Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, Mother Nature hasn't really been that much of a nuisance this past week. We've had some nuisance snow events around the area, a little bit of wind, and the constant change in the pressure. And as we've talked about before, the pressure is the biggest nemesis to your success out there, and we've had to deal with a few fronts here and there. But again, ice conditions aren't so bad. Yeah, we have some heaves and we have some pressure ridges or even some slush pockets out there. And most of the traffic, honestly, right now is ATV, snowmobile, or walking. There's a few trucks out there, but again, caution is advised because the ice thickness has varied, especially under some of those, let's say, older snow drifts that have been on the lakes for a while. So keep that in mind. As far as the fishing report is concerned, the walleyes being caught around the area has been up and down, obviously, with the weather. But up in the northeastern part of the state, lakes that produced walleyes this past week included Bitter, Wabae, North Hazelton, Blue Dog, Pickerel, Goose, Big Stone, as well as Roy, and then a few also at Campeska. And then down in the southeastern lakes, they included Ponset, Thompson, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Sinai, Madison, Henry, Clear, a few at Campbell yet, and Island, as well as Twin. And remember, Twin is the trophy lake. As far as what guys have been using to catch those walleyes, a lot of ripping wraps or slab wraps have been seeming to be doing the trick. A lot of the smaller sizes anyway. And then also any rattling type of jig, like the buckshot rattle spooner, but specifically the Lindy rattling flyer seems to be doing the trick with the minnow head, so keep that in mind. As far as the perch bite is concerned, that seems where a lot of guys have had success this past week. Lakes that produce perch included Wabae, Bitter, Big Stone, Ponset, Long Lake, south of Madison, as well as Diamond, and then also Island. Now, what have guys been using to catch those perch? A lot of guys have been using smaller tungsten jigs, and really colors, it seems to be the brighter colors that seem to be doing the best at this point in time. Otherwise, the Lindy Perch Talker seems to be doing really well as the Castmaster. And the Castmaster, the new one anyway, with the drop chain, seems to be doing the trick, especially tipped with waxworms or maggots. Well, folks, in this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about something that can increase your success when you're out on the ice the next time. And what we're talking about is the sensitivity of your rod. You may not understand completely, but I think a lot of you have already experienced it with the light bite that we've had this year, whether or not we're talking about walleyes or perch. If you haven't had a sensitive rod, your success rate is quite low. So again, the whole key on these light biting situations is to have a sensitive rod to let you know that you actually have a fish on the other end, and that it's just maybe inhaling that bait just a little bit. And so again, sensitive rods are very, very important. If you want to have a dead stick, and there's definitely uses for that, but you can also use a sensitive rod for a dead stick, especially one that has a light tip. But the whole other thing is that a lot of times people don't want to buy those more sensitive rods because of the price. And I understand that. Not everyone wants to spend $100 on rods, but if you do, we have them. We have the Clam, they have JT Custom rods, Great Plains rods, you name it, we have them here. But if you don't want to break the bank, again, we understand that there's other rods out there that will do the same thing, so to speak. Not maybe to the success that you'll see on a custom rod, but also in the Series 1 rod by Berkeley here, you'll also see how sensitive that rod tip actually is. It's got the high, the sensitive tip as well as a high biz tip, so you'll actually be able to see that bite and actually tell that you have something down there. The other one would be the Snitch rod by 1-3 Fishing. Again, very sensitive tip, high biz tip, two very good rods at a low price, between $25 and $35. So again, if you're looking for that rod to help you in those situations when the bite is very light, stop on by here at the store and we can direct you to either one of these two rods or many of the other rods that we still have on hand, or on as well the high-end rods. But the whole key is to find the rod to match the bite, to match the situation, and your success will improve greatly. And now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to Todd@DakotaAngler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to remind you that all our ice fishing stuff, as far as shacks, clothing, electronics, augers, are all on sale. Stop on by. You're going to find some fantastic deals on this, items that still remain. So again, feel free to give us a call or check it out on the web at DakotaAngler.com or by all means, please stop here at the store and check out what we have on hand. Also, don't forget, we do ship out live baits such as waxworms and maggots. If you want anything like that, just place the order online and we'll get it shipped out to you as soon as possible. But remember, we do not ship out bait after Thursday noon because of the fact we don't want it sitting in the warehouse somewhere over the weekend. So again, if you have any questions about either of those, feel free to give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.